I'm Stephen A. Smith, and this is how I feel. LeBron James, you are not Michael Jordan. No kind of way, no kind of capacity. Everybody keeps comparing you to Michael Jordan. You're not a Michael Jordan. I'm telling you right now. Look at your hairline. It's back here. It's almost like mine. I'm telling you, look at your hairline. Michael Jordan went bald-headed because he didn't want people to compare LeBron James to Michael Jordan. Now, I just want to tell you, these suits are sponsored by Steve Harvey, thick mustache. And this is how I feel.
These suits are sponsored by Steve Harvey. Our next guest is Indiana's super fan. He was an official ambassador for Super Bowl 46, and his Pacers almost beat the Heat. We welcome in comedian Mike Epps to First Take. These suits are sponsored by
Steve Harvey's going to get you for that. Steve Harvey's going to get, I spoke to him yesterday. He's going to get you for that.
Steve Harvey going to give me paid. Man, I didn't know you. Where'd y'all get that at, man?
Yeah, put it out. How about that?
We have our ways.
Hey, man, it was all in fun, Steve, man. It was all in fun. Did you get yours from Steve Harvey, too?
No, I did not. I got mine from Ted Beck.
By the way, an endorsement. Why do you always go at his hairline? What's going on?
You know what? I've had a hairline problem myself, and I just felt like it was just such a pleasure to have somebody that I can relate to. You know, I've been telling Steve I've been doing this in the club for 20 years now, just trying to pull that hairline down.
Just keep going back every day. It's like damn, I can't find it.
You got to put a little pull on there. When the girls is coming, you got to try to pull your baby hairs out of there.
You do that too? You work on your baby hair?
He's right. Every day you just wake up every morning, you're like, damn, I thought the hairline was here.
Yeah. I got to wash my face way up here and come down.
You know? So he's right.
He just said he has to wash his face way up.
Yeah, I got to wash my face way up here and come down on it.
Before we get to the sports questions,
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
this is a very funny man, stand-up comic. But I must say, you were a big part of a very underrated movie that I saw not so long ago called Next Day Air.
I've been in a lot of underrated movies.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Did you enjoy doing that movie?
I did. You know, Skip, that was a different type of movie for me. It was a comedy drama.
It was.
And it was a little edgy.
Got a little dark at the
And
end.
I'm surprised you've seen this movie.
Loved it.
Yeah, that's
I'm not sure what happened in the end, but I loved it.
Yeah. You know what happened.
Yeah, I do.
All right.
We went to jail.
Private joke. Listen, you actually, you sent a tweet to Skip, you sent a tweet to Stephen A. You needed to be on the show during the Eastern Conference Finals. You were demanding to be on First Take.
Man, my Pacers was doing such a great job, and I just felt like I was a spokesman for the Pacers at the time, because not that many guys come out of Indiana. I know, you know, we got like John Cougar Mellencamp, and but I don't think he would have been tweeting with Stephen.
No,
A.
I don't think so.
So, you know, I just thought maybe I'd be a voice for the Pacers, man. They did such a great job this year. Steven's from New York. You from New York, too.
No, he ain't.
He ain't from
I live in New York.
Oklahoma.
I live there more than you do.
Oklahoma.
Don't even
tired of him claiming this.
That's right. I want to let you know, a lot of people don't. We go back a long ways, Mr. Mike Epps. I'm going to tell you something right now, man. We're supposed to be boys.
Yeah.
You know, why don't you tell people what you did to me in Indianapolis when the Knicks were losing to the Pacers, at the field house, the way you call a brother out. I mean, there's no love whatsoever.
You know what? You was in Indianapolis, man. I knew you was from Queens. Every chance I got it, I just kept looking back up there at Steve. He kept just looking at me like, you know how he looked with his suits? That's how he hit me, you know. But I had to let him know he was in Pacer Nation that time, you know. So
you had to let everybody know.
I had to let everybody know, you know, because the Pacers and the Knicks, they've been going at each other since I was 3 years old. And that was just last week. So.
How are you feeling about them now? You know they took Miami to 7 games.
Right.
But they've improved, got a backup point guard, re-signed David West, getting Danny Granger back healthy, even though I don't think he'll last year use him, trade bait, get a starting point guard. Right. What are your feelings about where the Indiana Pacers are right now?
Right now, I think the Pacers, you know, last year we did such a great job with those few integral pieces that were missing, with Granger missing. We just picked up the guy from New York who was shooting us.
C.J. Watson.
Oh, man, we're going to need him, and that's going to be great. I think the Pacers are going to come out in the East again, even though Brooklyn did go load up on us. Looked like Brooklyn loaded up on us.
And Derrick Rose is coming back to Chicago.
And Derrick Rose is coming back to Chicago. I still think we're going to come out in the East. We really, really won the championship. I want y'all to know that.
How'd you guys do
Really,
that?
how's that possible?
Well, you know, in another life, we won it.
Huh?
When Hibbert was taken out of the game, we really won that game.
Okay.
Oh, one of those deals, just like San Antonio won Game 6,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
No, not that kind of win. No, but, you know, I really, really love the Pacers. I got a lot of confidence in them, and it looked like we gained a whole lot of fans after this year.
I do believe
People
that.
were believing in the Pacers. I was surprised at how many fans that we had, people that were rooting for the Pacers against the Heat.
You had to be shocked at how Paul George emerged. Nobody saw that coming.
Oh, my God, man. Well, you know what? When we got Paul George, I understood that this guy was going to be a real threat in the NBA. You know, he's young and still got a lot to learn, still growing as a player. And, you know, I think he's going to be he's going to be a LeBron James in the game, you know.
What?
Yeah.
A LeBron James?
Well, I mean, not quite a LeBron James,
Okay.
but, you know, he's going to be doing his thing to the point where he's going to, hey, look, he gave it to LeBron last
Couple of games.
Yeah.
couple games.
He
gave it
and
to
then LeBron locked in. And all of a sudden, it was,
Yeah,
you know,
LeBron
he
is the
disappeared
best
for
player
about
in the
3
NBA.
games.
He did. And I think they be hanging with each other all
Well,
season.
Skip said the handshake and then one game really kind of got in his head and
Yeah, he
took him
shouldn't
out
have
his
shook
game.
his hand.
You didn't think so?
I wouldn't have been LeBron's friend till after the game was over.
Thank you.
Like, throw your hand out like you LeBron. I'd have said,
Okay, no. Okay.
What is this?
Yeah,
What
man.
is this?
They sit over on my side and I rub off, man.
That's
I
ridiculous.
contaminate.
I believe
It's
in the
respect.
Pacers.
That's all it is.
It is.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but you know, when you in a healthy competition, you can't. You know, I think a lot of them players, when they get out there with LeBron, they become fans. I'm not saying Paul George
True
does,
story.
but a lot of those players get out there and get intimidated. And because LeBron James is, you know, he's the best NBA player in the NBA
So to
right now.
feed Skip a little bit, you don't think that Kevin Durant and others like that should be working out with LeBron in the offseason?
No, I didn't say that, but I do believe I believe that they have to challenge him as in a way like, you know, hey, I'm just as good as you. If you wanna be a competition to him, if you wanna stand up in him, and because that's how I feel. You know, I really look up to a whole lot of actors and comedians and stuff like that. But if you put me in a movie with him, I'm not your friend.
Really?
I'm trying to beat you out on the camera. That's my thing, you know.
Okay, can you guarantee for us that your Pacers will win the East next year?
I can guarantee that the Pacers is going to win in the East. We got Larry Bird back. He's supposed to be suited up and booted this year. He might put on a jersey and shoot a couple threes.
might.
Why didn't you just come in here with some pomp? Why don't you just do that and make it official? I mean, please, there's no objectivity whatsoever.
Hey, man, you know the Pacers is good, Steve.
They're very good.
They were the only team in the NBA that had a chance to even beat Miami.
That's true.
The San Antonio series, I love Tim Duncan and them, but they didn't have the chance that the Pacers
They had. They were up 3-2.
They
were
were
up
it was
3-2.
over.
It was over.
Yeah.
They demolished
They were up
them.
3-2.
And if we had played San Antonio, my man George Hill, he played at San Antonio.
You turned the ball over too much, you would have lost to San Antonio.
No, man, come on, I don't believe that, man.
Yes,
you think so?
because if anybody, first of all, George Hill, I like him a lot. He's got a lot of promise, a lot of potential.
Right.
They turn the ball over too much. Their guards turn the ball over too much. And San Antonio is incredibly familiar with George Hill because that's where he was before he got to Indiana.
That's right.
So any turnovers he was committing in Indiana would have been worse against San Antonio.
Well, you know what?
You convinced him?
Well, you know what? I think George Hill was out of his position. I don't think he was a point guard.
He still ain't.
Okay.
You know. I
But
think
neither
he was
C.J. Watson. He can play point, but he's really a shooter. You still don't have a prototypical point guard.
Still don't have one.
So you better get one if you want to
Look at the
win a
education.
championship.
You don't like it, huh? We still don't have one?
Well, you know what? I can't believe what Stephen A. Smith is saying because I rebuke it. Let's get it out the air. No, I'm just kidding.
Comedian Mike Epps, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, thank
Rap
you
for
so
Pacers
much.
Nation. You should do that.
Pacers Nation, all blue. Blue and gold swagger.
Uh-huh.
See you next year.
See you next
Stephen
year.
A.
I don't
Smith.
see any
Stephen A.
gold on
Smith.
you for it.
Steve. Coming up next, the great Bill.